Welcome to JEE Max, JEE Mains Advanced Extreme Series, Season 2 of JEE Max. Actually, through Season 2, we are completely concentrating on a particular topic, which is very, very important for JEE Mains and Advanced, of that complex numbers is one. So far in complex numbers, successfully have completed 24 lessons. This is 25, lesson number 25. Actually, from lesson number 20 onwards, we have been concentrated on solving the problems and problems from the integrated test book. And so we have already in our previous videos, we completed exercise 4.1. This is about 4.2 exercise. My friends, please don't forget to check the description. There I am providing all the links of the previous classes also. And please, in lesson number 25, from in exercise 4.2, here we are concentrating problems 16 to 20. Okay, now what is about 16th problem? See, determine the locus of z. Again, it is also the locus problem, but z is not equal to 2, and real part of this one is 0. It's quite simple, because real part of z minus 4, what is z minus 4 by z minus 2y? This is, and z not equal to 2y, that's a different story. Let z is equal to what? X plus iy. You consider this. So this is x plus iy minus 4 by x plus iy minus 4. This is x minus 4 plus iy into x minus 4 minus iy by x minus 4 whole square plus y square. I want real part. Real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2y. So what is real part here? X minus 4 whole square. This is minus I square y square plus y square by this one. By what? X minus 4 whole square. So this real part is equal to, am I done any mistake? This is x minus 2y. Sorry, this is x minus 2y. So this is x plus y minus 2. X plus y minus 2y. This is minus. So this is, denominator is x square plus x square plus y minus 2. Because this is what? X plus I into y minus 2. So this is x minus I into y minus 2 by x minus I into y minus 2. So now what is real part? So x into x minus 4, that is plus y into y minus 2 by x square plus y minus 2 whole square. This is given as 0. By cross multiplication, I can get it as, this is given as what? Real part, no? So, real part, this by, this into this, this into this, this into this. Yeah, absolutely right. Is 0. Real part is 0. Z minus 2y. Yeah, absolutely right. Real part is 0. So x into x minus 4, that is a, okay. X square minus 4x plus y square minus 2y equal to 0. This also I can write like this. Because this I can write it as what? X minus 2 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square equal to 5. Where my point x comma y not equal to 0, 0, because so other than that point, it is a circle other than that point. Which point? Other than that center. So you consider entire circle except the point 0, comma 2. Except the point 0, comma 2. So that is the locus. Now coming to 16th, second problem. Actually, there is a small mistake in the question. Actually, the original question is like this. The original question is like this. So here some minus sign that has been missed in the statement. Please change that one. Okay, this is the logarithmic inequality. Actually, logarithms is not a there in your syllabus originally, but in a new syllabus they mentioned it. But in general, logarithms than a chapter, it uses as a tool. We can utilize all the properties of logarithm as a tool in solving several questions, not only in algebra, in calculus, just like in complex numbers. But anyhow, here it is a positive number lie between 0 and 1. Of course, it is more than 1. So, since it is a positive number and it is more than 1, so according to the properties of complex numbers, I can write this as mod z whole square minus mod z plus 1 by mod z plus 2 is less than root 3 whole square. If it is lie between 0 and 1, I can write less than as greater than. That is the properties of inequalities in the logarithm. You need to practice those properties are important. And of course here, mod z whole square minus mod z plus 1 is less than 3 into mod z plus 2. So this is mod z whole square minus 4 mod z, and this is minus 5 less than 0. This I can write it as 5 ones. So mod z minus 5 into mod z plus 1 less than 0. And of course this never be 0. So mod z minus 5 less than 0. So obviously mod z less than 5. So this oriented problem several times in JEE mains and advanced examination questions were repeated. So locus is what? Locus indicates it is what mod z whole square means, a circle. A point, circle as origin. So interior part of the circle with the radius has 5 units, center as origin. So this locus indicates all points interior to this circle, inside the circle. Instead of saying mod z less than 5, better imagine the curve like this. This is the only suggestion I am giving. So you please change this one and you will get the answer. Here I have applied and I have utilized the beautiful condition of the logarithm. Okay. Now this is the solution simultaneously. I am providing it for you because this is the way and this is the method for solving this question very simply on paper. See, let us see the solution very carefully and note it down. Okay, so this is the detailed solution. And now coming to the 17th question. Of course, you can enjoy several problems with the help of the complex numbers with binomial theorem. That mixed oriented problems also we can expect. See here, my friend, 1 plus x whole power n is equal to c0 plus c1x plus c2x square plus and so on plus cn x power n is given for you. Here c0 minus c1 plus c4. Whenever this kind of alternative plus or minuses are given in the coefficients and jumping in coefficients are also be there. That means c0, c2, c4, that periodicity is there maintaining. Then immediately you have to understood that this is the application of the complex number. What kind of things that we have to do? That means here what I am doing is just replace x is equal to I. See what will happen. I will see. So 1 plus I whole power n equal to, this is c0 plus c1i plus c2i square plus c3i cube plus c power 4 I power 4 plus and so on plus cn I power n. By equate real and imaginary parts, this is c0 minus c1 plus c4 minus and so on plus I into c1 minus c3 plus c5 minus and so on. So my entire, this they are asking the real part only. So I need to find the real part of this one. Before that, again, I am using my what is called modulus amplitude form and application of the De Moivre's theorem. That's why I have introduced the De Moivre's theorem in our previous video. This I can write it as modulus amplitude form. This is root 2 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. Here, of course, n is an integer. If it is n is a rational number, I need to write instead of pi by 4, I can write 2n pi plus pi by 4. Since it is an integer, so this 1 plus I whole power n is nothing but root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power n. So by De Moivre's theorem, it is 2 power n by 2 into cos n pi by 4 plus I sin n pi by 4. So now equate the rational part, a real part, not rational part. So this is the real part, and here it is my real part. So this is my answer. So here, this is the beautiful application of complex numbers versus binomial coefficients. Most important problem and questions of this model, they are evergreen models for competitive examinations. Practice them. Now coming to 18th question. Yeah, this is also the beautiful application of the Koni's method. My friends, in our integrated textbook, I have given several worked out example problems. Along this problem, my suggestion would be you please solve all the worked out example problems thoroughly on your own by taking the hint, by taking the essence of the problem, you solve on your own, on the paper completely. Then you will get the application of Koni's theorem or rotation technique very easily in solving the problems of complex numbers. After this is one. See my friends here, read the question. The points PQ denote the complex numbers Z1, Z2 in the organoid plane and O is the origin. This is given Z1, Z2 bar plus Z2 bar Z2 equal to 0. Then show that angle POQ equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So here what I am saying is, what is given for you? Z1, Z2 bar plus Z1 bar, Z2 equal to 0. So this Z1, Z2 bar equal to minus Z1 bar, Z2. This is nothing but Z1, Z1 bar plus Z2, Z2 bar equal to 0. Can I write like this? R, I can write like this. This is another way. Z1 by Z2 equal to minus of Z1 bar by Z2 bar. This is better. So can I write like this? Z1 by Z2 plus Z1 by Z2 bar equal to 0. And can I write like this? Z1 minus 0 by Z2 minus 0 plus Z1 minus 0 by Z2 minus 0 bar equal to 0. What is this? Whenever Z plus Z bar is equal to 0, then the number Z minus 0 by Z1 minus Z2 minus 0 is real. No, not real. It is imaginary. Imaginary. If it is imaginary means argument of Z1 minus 0 by Z2 minus 0 is equal to pi by 2 plus or minus pi by 2. That means angle between origin and Z1, Z2. That means if it is O and if it is P and Q, if it is O and if it is P and Q, then angle between this Z1 and this is Z2, then this angle is what? Pi by 2. Therefore, angle POQ is equal to pi by 2. This is the method. So here I have applied the argument concepts brilliantly. That's important. Okay. I am giving the solution, detailed solution on paper. Don't worry. Please note down all the steps very carefully. Very carefully. Please watch these steps. Please watch the steps very carefully and properly. You will get it. You will get complete idea. That's why please master what is argument and visualize and on paper draw the corresponding diagrams. See, clear? Now, coming to the next question. Prove that the points in the organic plane represented by the complex number Z1, Z2, Z3 are collinear if and only if there exist three real numbers P, Q are not all zeros such that P Z1 plus Q Z2 plus R Z3 equal to 0 and P plus Q plus R equal to 0. So what is given? If there exist three real numbers, suppose there exist three real numbers P comma Q comma are not all zeros such that P Z1 plus Q Z2 plus R Z3 is equal to 0 where P plus Q plus R equal to 0. This is implies and implied by P Z1 plus Q Z2 equal to minus R Z3, and this is implies and implied by P Z1 plus Q Z2 by minus R equal to Z3, and this is implies and implied by P Z1 plus Q Z2 by minus R is nothing but P plus Q equal to Z3. This clearly indicates that Z3 is the point which divides the line segment joining the points AB in the ratio P is to Q internally. That implies the points Z1, Z2, Z3 are what? Collinear. See how beautifully we derived it. Here minus R is P plus Q because what? P plus Q plus R is equal to 0. This is implies and implied by. If you have taken this one, you can go reverse direction, you can get the answer. That's why it is what? If and only if. And you need to practice. This is one way. The condition at which the 3 points given for you are collinear. Whenever 3 points are said to be collinear, you need to find scalars which are not all equal to 0 such that the linear combination is 0 and sum of the coefficients is equal to 0. And on paper, I am giving the solution in detailed way. Please observe these steps very carefully. You will enjoy the proof also. See this one, my friends. So here, Pz1 plus Qz2 plus Rz3 equal to 0, where Q plus Q plus R equal to 0. That implies minus Rz3 equal to Pz1 plus Qz2. Replace minus R with P plus Q because P plus Q plus R equal to 0. Therefore, Z3 divides segment joining Z1, Z2 in the ratio Q plus P. Therefore, they are collinear. Clear? So, this is the way of solving the problem, applying the conditions. And moreover, this is segment concept already I explained in our previous video also. And coming to my friends 20th problem. If Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 is a real number, it is what? Real number. Then show that the points represented with the complex numbers are collinear. It's very simple. Just now I told. It is real implies what? Argument is what? 0 or pi. If the argument is 0 or pi means what? They lie either Z1, if suppose Z1, Z2 are like this. Suppose Z1, Z2 are like this. Z1, Z2 are like this. Z3 may be hit like this. That means angle between these two is either 0 or it is Z3 is like this. So either Z3 makes an angle 0 or it makes an angle pi like this. So obviously the points are what? Collinear. The simple point is it is real. Whenever it is real is given, argument is 0 or pi. Whenever argument is 0 or pi means it is situated like this. So this is Z1, Z2 and Z3. These are Z1, Z2. So if Z3 like this are here, so they are collinear. Obvious. Now coming to 20th second problem. Let O, AZ1, BZ2 are vertices of isosceles right angle triangle. It is given for you. Isosceles right angle triangle with O as origin. Right angle is at origin. That means this is a situation. O, say this is AZ1, This is BZ2. Since it is isosceles right angle triangle, so this length and this side is equal. So let it be A and this is A. So obviously this is what? Root 2A. Because it's a right angle triangle, you know, this is 90 degrees. So A square plus A square. Root of A square plus A square is root 2A. And moreover, this angle is pi by 4. And this angle is also pi by 4. Now what I am doing is, now I am applying the Coni's method. So angle OAB, angle OAB equal to, suppose, if I am taking this as in a clockwise direction, pi by 4, then immediately, this is argument of, that is, this is Z2 minus Z1 by, and this is Z2 minus Z1 by Z1 minus 0 is equal to pi by 4. Argument is pi by 4 and magnitude is A, therefore I can write this as what? This as what? Z2 minus Z1 by Z1 is equal to A e power I pi by 4, that is Euler's formula. Similarly, again angle OBA equal to pi by 4. Again I can write that as what? Angle OBA is pi by 4 means argument of, this is Z1 minus Z2 by Z2 minus 0 is equal to pi by 4. That is Z1 minus Z2 by Z2 minus 0 equal to, again that I can write it as what is that? OBA. So if I can write that as what? Root 2A e power I pi by 4. You divide these two equations and simplify this, you will get the answer. This is one way of solving the problem. Other way is, yeah, this is another technical way I am proving. So this is clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, this direction, and this direction is clockwise direction. So if I have rotated this to this in clockwise, anti-clockwise means this direction, that means in positive direction, okay. If I have rotated like this, that means BA goes to OA. So how can I represent OA? OA bar is equal to OA bar by OB bar. OA bar by OB bar is equal to mod OA by mod OB e power I pi by 4. That is OA means A by OB means root 2A e power I pi by 4. OA means Z1. OB means, not OB, AB. This is AB. AB means Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 1 by root 2 e power I pi by 4. This is one equation. Similarly, if I have rotated this OB through an angle pi by 4 in anti-clockwise direction, I can get BA. So if I have rotated vector OB through an angle pi by 4 in anti-clockwise direction to get BA. So BA bar by OB bar equal to BA by OB into e power I pi by 4. BA bar means Z1 minus Z2 by OB bar means Z2 equal to BA, that is root 2A by A e power I pi by 4. Now divide this equation 1 and this equation number 2, 1 by 2. That is Z1 minus Z2 by Z2 into Z2 minus Z1 by Z1 equal to root 2 e power I pi by 4 by e power I pi by 4. Of course, root 2, that is 2, it comes. A gets cancelled. And e power I pi by 4, e power I pi by 4 cancel. And by taking minus, this is z1 minus z2 whole square equal to minus 2 z1 z2. This is it. So I have applied by one vector in terms of one side of the triangle in terms of another side by applying the Coni's method. Because in Coni's method already I have explained it very well. I have explained it very well because the situation is like this. I have explained the concept like this. This is O, this is P, this is Z, and it is angle is theta. Then Z is equal to R e power I theta. If I have rotated this in anti-clockwise direction through theta, and if it is my new point Q, let it be Z1, then this is theta, then Z1, then what is Z1 in terms of Z? If it's same vector if I have rotated, so Z1 is equal to Z into e power I theta, because the same vector I have rotated through an angle what? Through an angle alpha, suppose let it be alpha, I alpha. Direction is what? Anti-clockwise. If anti-clockwise direction, it is Z1 is equal to Z into e power I alpha I can write. If it is clockwise direction, then I can write Z into e power minus I alpha. Simple. You please practice this one. You can do wonders with the Coni's method and its applications. So my friends, now see the thing. I am giving the proof also. That OA be the triangle, isosceles triangle, and O be the origin, and OA equal to OB, angle A equal to angle B equal to pi by 4. So OA, OB equal to AC, AB equal to A root 2. So here, see the directions, how I am taking. See the points. Clear now? So by dividing these two, you can get the answer. The general problem is, if Z1, Z2, Z3 are vertices of an equal isosceles right angle triangle, then the statement would be like this. This we can write it as Z1 minus Z2 whole square is equal to 2 into Z1 minus Z3 into Z2 minus Z3. Because there Z3 is 0. Where Z3 is 0, that's all. So that is general notation. Instead of origin, if I have taken Z3 as another vertex, if they formed an isosceles right angle triangle, the same equation we can do like this. Z1 minus Z2 whole square is equal to minus 2 into Z1 minus Z3 into Z2 minus Z3. So, okay, this is the beautiful application of Coni's method. Again, my suggestion is please practice all the solved examples which are given in the integrated textbooks thoroughly. You will get the confidence. Okay. So my friends, if you like this video, please share and subscribe, and please don't forget to check the description, and please don't forget the pressing the bell icon. You will get the continuous notification, and we'll meet with the next lesson soon.